We are in a hell realm. If there's people out there who genuinely feel like non-existence would have been better, be like, yeah, this really does suck. It would have been great if I didn't exist in the first place, because damn. How many people do you think are happy in this world? How many people do you think are happy? How many people do you think that if they were given the option to relive their lives, they will actually decide to relive their lives? If they were told that, hey, look, your life will start the day that you were born, and you're going to experience everything that you have experienced. And you're not going to know that you are reliving your life. You're going to believe that you have free will, but you will make the decisions that you've made. Nothing is going to change. People will treat you the way that they treated you. You'll make the same mistakes that you've made. You'll have the things that you have and the things that you've had. You lose the things that you've lost. But nothing is going to change. How many people do you think will be like, yeah, I want to relive my life. I want to relive. How many people do you genuinely think would want to relive their lives? What really keeps people going is hope. Some people feel like they've suffered too much for all of it to have been for nothing. Like, nah, there's no way. Like, the way that I grew up, man, damn. There has to be something that I'm going to gain. We feel like our lives are gonna get better. We feel like it was all for something. But we wouldn't really want to relive our lives. When I think about the things that I've been through, I'll be like, no way. No way. I mean, yeah, if I knew the things that I know today, maybe. But the thing with life is that when you make decisions, you don't know what's going to be the outcome. You might decide that you want to be a nurse, find that was the worst decision that you've made in your life, but you wanted your life to be better, but because you became a nurse, you've met some people who ruined your life. You decided to become a teacher, you met some people who ruined your life. Like, you don't know what's gonna happen before it happens. That's the problem. You meet someone and you're like, wow, this person, I like their vibe, I think I want to spend the rest of my life with them, and then they become so damn horrible that you just can't believe that that's the person that you met and that you know what I mean? It seems like most of the decisions that we can make lead to suffering. Find that if there's 100 different decisions that you can make, maybe 10 of those decisions will lead to good things happening, and the 90% of these decisions will lead to suffering. It's so damn hard to avoid suffering. It doesn't really matter what you do. You could be the most disciplined person, but everyone suffers. So how can we not think that we're in a hell realm if we don't even know how to stop suffering? No one wants to suffer. The reason why we do anything is because we're trying to avoid suffering. You know, sometimes you're bored and you're like, shit, what can I do? Okay, let me watch a movie. You watch a movie and it's boring. Oh, what can I do? Oh, let me text my ex. You text your ex and it doesn't go well. Okay, what can I do? Like, you're trying to avoid suffering. You are in a relationship. Things ain't that bad, but you're not happy. Find another person and you're like, okay, maybe my life will be better with this person. Maybe I will connect with this person better. You know, maybe the sex will be better. Maybe the communication will be better. You know, maybe this person will understand me. Yeah. You date that person and you're still not happy. You leave that relationship. We're trying to escape suffering. You eat because you're trying to escape suffering. You go to the bathroom because you're trying to escape suffering. You watch my videos because you're trying to escape suffering. Everything that we do it because we're trying to escape suffering. I go to the gym because I'm trying to escape suffering. I know that working out isn't easy, yeah, but there's a lot of benefits. If you work out, you're gonna be healthy, you're gonna look better, you're gonna feel better, you'll be stronger. You're gonna improve your mental health, you know. Everything we do it because we're trying to escape suffering. Because if you sat down and did nothing at all, you'd suffer. So you can't tell me that this is not a hell realm. I remember I came across a picture on Facebook. It was a picture of a lion with that was eating a gazelle, and the caption said, "How can we think that the mind that's behind this is healthy? No healthy mind will create that kind of situation, or a situation where something like that would happen." Unless we're in hell, without even knowing that we're in hell. Like, yeah, in hell, people are supposed to be tortured, right? They're supposed to suffer like I keep on telling you all that a perfect hell would be a hell where those who are in it don't really think that it's a hell. You know, they think that they can, like, if only they can do things right, you know, that will be fine. Only if they can figure out how to do things right. And they keep on struggling, you know, trying to do things right, but nothing ever works out. And be like, no, we did it wrong back then. Let's try again. This time around, let's focus more on this. And it fails. Okay, let's try again. Find out that suffering, believing that they can actually make things better. That's a perfect hell. I mean, if we knew that we're in hell and we're just being tortured, it will get to a point where we are focusing more on our freedom. But now we are confused, right? People are confused. When you tell some people that this is a hell realm, like, no, it's not a hell realm. Oh, I got flu. Like, yo, it's not a hell realm. Like, yo, some people are successful, man. Some people are really enjoying their lives. How can you say it's a hell realm? Just because you're suffering doesn't mean that this is a hell realm. Not everyone is suffering. That's what you must understand. Yeah. It's a perfect hell because some people don't feel like it's hell, and people are not operating at the same level of consciousness. So some people ain't even capable of thinking rationally. So we never get to see things the same way. A lot of people who are very conscious do not want this to last forever. They ask themselves, when will it end? When will it end? Is this something that's going to go on forever? We're suffering, not knowing what we're supposed to be doing, just trying to minimize our suffering. Or there will be time where we, we are liberated. This reminds me of a scene from Truman Show. That chick that was trying to save Truman, I think she asked Christopher, when will it all end? Is it okay that this guy live his whole life thinking that everything that's happening is real while everything is scripted? That's not good. Can you imagine if everything in your life was scripted? There was someone who was controlling the show. There was someone who was telling people to behave a certain way. But like, yo, go and steal from him today. Go and steal from him. I want to see how he's going to react. Go and steal from him. Send a guy, say you were lonely and you were looking for a guy, and whoever is in charge decides to send a guy, but like, okay, you know what? You gotta send her the kind of guy that she wants. When he's in her life, when she's truly in love with him, make him cheat with her best friend. I want to see how she's going to react. And if she gets angry, he's gonna leave her, but before he leaves, he's gonna steal from her. Let's see how she's gonna react. This person seems strong. Let's give him cancer. Let's see how they're gonna handle that. I remember Christopher in a Truman Show saying that he gave Truman a good life because the real world was harsh. It's like, yeah, he might not know the truth, but the real world is harsh. He would suffer more in the real world than he's suffering in the show. At least when we see that he's totally stranded, we do help him. Like if he need a job and we see that he's totally stranded, we're not going to allow him to end up homeless. We're going to give him a job. If he's single and we see that he's lonely, we're not going to allow him to remain lonely. We're going to bring someone to his life, so that he won't be lonely. At least we're protecting him from certain realities. And when you think deeply about it, he kind of had a point. Because the people who were in the real world were as naive as Truman. Because what the heck is going on in the real world? If you ask people in the real world why they exist, what they're supposed to be doing, what's really going on, they won't be able to tell you. As far as I'm concerned, all of us are like Truman. All of us are like Truman because we don't know what the heck is going on, and things are happening that we're uncomfortable with. Like we find ourselves suffering, trying to escape suffering, and we are never truly successful. We're never truly successful. And everyone is pretending to be happy. Because there are some things that you can't say. Society doesn't allow us to say some things. If you are sad and depressed, you're not supposed to show the world that you're sad and depressed. You have to put on a fake smile. I remember there's this video that was trending on TikTok 4 weeks ago. This guy was in his car playing Mockingbird by Eminem, and you could see that he was in pain. This other guy looked at him, was taking a video of him, because you could see in his face that he was sad, right? He was like, "Yo, bro, are you okay?" And then he put on a fake smile. He was like, "Yes, sir." But you could see that he wasn't. He just put on a fake smile because no one cares. No one wants to hear your sad story. I think maturing is realizing that no one wants to hear your sad story. Oh, if someone listens to your sad story, it's because they they want to feel like their life is not as bad as yours, kind of, a bit. It's like, yeah, they'll listen to your sad story. Like, yeah, the story is sad. So that means my life is not as bad as I thought. And this reminds me of this other episode of Boondocks. It's called The Story of Uncle Ruckus. Uncle Ruckus had a fucked up childhood. His mother told him that he was white. He had revitiligo, the opposite of vitiligo. He had revitiligo, and that's why he looked black. So he always believed that he was white. The way that his father raised him, he hated him. He treated him harshly. So he ended up meeting it, like he ran away and then ended up meeting his family again when he was older, and the things that were happening when he was young started happening again while they were in a house owned by the main characters, like Freeman. So the Freemans ended up saying, "Yeah, I used to think my life sucked." Like when the episode, on the last scene of the episode, they were so happy. Like, "John, I used to think my life sucked, but damn, like some families are fucked up. Like I can't believe that, things can be that bad. Now they're happy, Like, some people want to know what's going on in your life, especially the bad stuff, so that they can feel better about their own lives. So the truth is that no one cares, So people keep to themselves. Someone catches you crying, you have to lie. Like, ish, I have something in my eye. because you don't want to tell them how you really feel. Plus, we were conditioned to pretend as if everything is okay. Because if you don't pretend as if everything is okay, you're a loser, right? If you truly express yourself, you seem like a loser. But a lot of people ain't enjoying themselves. Not every man is Chris Brown. Not every man is Leonardo DiCaprio. A lot of men are suffering, but they have to pretend as if they're not. Because if they open up, they will seem weak, and that's not good, you see? A lot of women who are suffering, but they can't really open up. They know that no one cares, and they will seem weak. At least, women are kind of like allowed to cry in our society, but I think that's changing now. I think that's changing. So we live in a hell realm, but everyone is pretending as if it's not a hell realm, because if they were honest, if they were honest with themselves and other people, then they would seem weak. But the reason why you're suffering is because you're weak. Because if you were strong, you wouldn't be suffering. But it doesn't even matter if you're strong; you still suffer. You see, you still suffer. Life has a way of making people suffer, no matter how strong you are. How does it all end? How do we set ourselves free? Are we stuck here forever? Are we stuck in this dream forever? We just don't know that. We just don't know that there's no way out. And we shouldn't know that there's no way out, because we would be depressed. Would truly be depressed. Can you imagine if there was no way out and you knew there was no way out? You knew that you keep coming back. You knew that death was an illusion. You keep coming back here. It'll get to a point where everyone is just depressed and they don't do anything at all. They will end up not even producing illusion anymore. They will just accept that they're in a hell realm and they do nothing. But when there's hope, when you feel like, I can set myself free, there are things that I can do to make my life better, yes, I live in a shack now, but, if I work hard enough, maybe I will live in a nice house, and I'll feel good. Then you find yourself living in a nice house and still you don't really feel good. You're like, only if I had a girlfriend. You get a girlfriend, you still don't feel good. You're like, only if I had a car. You have a car, you still don't feel good. What am I supposed to do to feel good? Because I felt good when I bought this car, but it seems like happiness does not even last. Now I'm sitting in my car, I don't even know where to go. I've always wanted to have a car, but right now I'm sitting in my car. I don't know where to go. It's Friday. I'm supposed to have places to go, but I don't know where to go. Every place that I think of is boring. So I don't even want to do anything. I'm just bored. Yeah. The fact that we are never truly happy should actually make us suspicious. Because no one is truly happy. If people were happy, the world would be a better place. They would stop hating one another. The people who are rich would help the poor. The reason why people who are rich are very selfish is because they're not happy. You know, be like, okay, I got all these millions. What am I supposed to do? Because I'm not happy right now. Maybe if I bought a house, uh, if I bought a house in Cape Town, next to the beach, maybe I'll feel better. Buy a house next to the beach. Shit, still feel the way that I've always felt. The fuck am I supposed to do here? Okay, maybe I need to move to another. Everyone is focusing on themselves. If I can go to Mars, I'd feel happy. Why do you think Elon Musk is focusing on going to Mars? Like, what's really the reason to go to Mars, really? Shouldn't we be focusing on making this world better? But he wants to go to Mars. Why? See, people who are not happy they find themselves wanting to do things that they don't necessarily need to do. Find that there's no one is really going to benefit from what they're doing, but they want to do something, believing that it's going to make them happy. Find ourselves wanting things that don't even matter. Remember when Beyonce won an award for at the Grammys for Best Country Album? There was this chick, I think her name is Billy something. They showed her face and she was sad, but she's huge. She even performed at the Grammys, but you could see that she's sad because of a Grammy. Like, it's like everyone is sad and they're just looking for that temporary high. Like, yeah, if I won a Grammy and I stood in front of other celebrities and just thank God, thank God for this. It's weird. Like, one of the reasons why, if I ever made it in life, I wouldn't thank God, is because that would be me saying that I'm okay with him choosing some people to have better lives. Like, why should I thank God? That would be like, if you got involved in a car accident and everyone else died except you, do you thank God? Like, thank you, God. I'm thankful that I survived. Thank you. You start worshiping him. Like, really? That would be like if you had selfish parents who will do things for you and not do things for their other children. Buy you a car, buy you a house, and you kept thanking them, in front of the other kids. Thank you so much, celebrating and all that. Like, like, no, you should feel guilty that your parents are only doing things for you because you have siblings that your parents are not doing things for. Like, well, what about them? So they deserve to have nothing and suffer because you don't care about them. People find themselves wanting things that don't matter because they're bored, bruh. It's one of the reasons why celebrities want awards. You find that an artist has done a lot of great things. They've just never won a Grammy and they want to win a Grammy so badly, but it's nothing. It's nothing. It doesn't really mean anything. You have a loyal fan base. They love your music. They truly connect with you, but you're bored. You want to feel happy again because you are already used to the things that you have. You see? That's why some people who become billionaires end up doing things that you wouldn't even be able to imagine. You're like, dang, why will the person do that? So now they're bored, they don't know what to do anymore, so they do crazy things. It's like if you're playing a game When you're just starting playing a game, you want it to be easy, right? You don't want it to have a lot of things that are happening that will confuse you. But once you start mastering the game, you want a lot of things to be happening. You want challenges. So it's kind of like that with life. It's like when you have nothing, you want things to be simple. When you have a lot, you still want things to be simple, even if you find yourself having a lot of money. But you are so, like, you're already used to how things were, that you want things that will stimulate your mind. So you find yourself doing things that normal people wouldn't even think of doing, because now you don't feel it. It's like if you were addicted to drugs. The reason why some drug addicts end up like taking drugs that are worse than drugs that were addicted. Yes, drug addicts will find themselves like someone will be addicted to weed, but weed is not really a drug. But yeah, and they feel like they're tired of feeling the way that they feel after smoking weed. Now they want the hard stuff. Take the hard stuff. They want stuff that's stronger than the hard stuff. You know what I mean? So that's how it is. We never truly satisfied. It's crazy how your mind ain't made to things. I could be given $20 million, and 10 years from now, I find myself feeling the way that I've always felt. Now I have a lot to lose, but I'm still not really happy. Because I got to travel the world. I've been everywhere. I ate the kind of food that I wanted to eat. I slept. I slept in the dopest houses that a person can sleep in. I've been everywhere. I've been with everyone. I've met some of the most famous people. Like, there's nothing that I even experienced. Now I'm bored. Now I travel just not really because I really want to travel, but because there's nothing else to do. But I've traveled a lot. That traveling doesn't really make me feel the way that I want to feel. Like, I cannot feel the way that I used to feel when I started traveling. It's like if you listen to your favorite song. I remember telling you that one of my favorite songs is Remember the Name by Fort Minor. And I do wish that I could forget that song completely. Like, if it was possible to forget that song, I forget it and rediscover it. Because the way that I felt when I heard that song for the first time, bruh, I couldn't sleep. I was like, dang, this song is dope. I listen to it over and over again, and sometimes I'll take a break and be like, okay, let me listen to other songs so that I'll listen to it again. Like, I love that song, man. The melodies, everything about it, the chorus. Yeah, it's just one of those songs. But now I don't even listen to it. Because when I play it, it just sounds like any other song. Because that's how everything is. You want to live in a nice house. You buy a nice house. After a couple of months, you are used to everything. You have a dope fridge, you have dope sofas, you have a jacuzzi, all that, but you're used to everything. You're just chilling like this. Like, what am I supposed to be doing? You have everything. Like, you have everything. You even have a bar. but you don't know what they're supposed to be doing. You're just chilling. You're bored. Like, hey, let me just invite some friends because I'm bored. Yeah. That's why some people ask themselves, when is this going to end? Because it's not really working, man. It's not really working. Like, if you're truly going to be honest with yourself, it's not really working. Human beings are tired. They just are afraid to be honest. People are afraid to say, hey, I am tired. I am tired. They're afraid to say that. It's only when they are really mad that they will say that. That's why some people will post a video on TikTok crying, about how hard everything is. Like, yeah, my life is hard, blah, 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 blah. I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that. And then they end up deleting the video, in less than 24 hours. Why? Because that's how they really feel, but they know that they're not supposed to feel like that. Like, society is saying they mustn't feel like that. The society is saying it's a bad thing to feel like that. So everyone is suffering, everyone is not okay, everyone is tired, but they're not supposed to act as if they're tired. How often do we truly speak our mind? One of the biggest reasons why some of the people who have been watching my videos for more than a year keep on watching my videos is because they can sense that I'm not holding back. I'm expressing myself as honestly as I can. And that's a rare thing in society. That's why some people feel like I'm brave. People are afraid to speak their minds, I think the reason why I'm not afraid to speak my mind because I believe I'm right, but not only do I believe that I'm right, I can explain why I think I'm right in a way that's understandable. So I don't just feel like something is wrong with this realm. I can explain exactly what is really wrong with this realm, and if it's logical to think that there's nothing wrong here, like you know what I mean. Like, I can explain. So I trust myself. So that's why I'm able to express myself. I'm like, yeah, if people want to know why I think the way that I think, I'll be able to tell them if I feel like telling them. But sometimes you must just not care, Maybe we're dealing with NPCs, There are some people who are just not gonna understand you no matter what. So maybe you shouldn't really care. Focus on those who understand you. Learn from them and let them learn from you. Because we are all searching for the truth because we want to be free. You see, the reason why you pursue truth is because you want to be free. You're like, this ain't it, bro. Like, nah, this is nonsense. I'm not gonna lie, this is nonsense. Like, yeah, you want to be free, and without knowing the truth, you don't know how to set yourself free. So it feels like you might go through this forever. And some people believe that someone else is gonna save them. But do we save animals? I mean, except the animals that we love, but we don't really save animals. We don't really care about them. And even when we do save animals, just one. Like, yo, I saw that dog roaming around the street. It seemed like a stray dog. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna adopt it. I saw a rabbit that couldn't walk because it has a broken leg. But that many rabbits, you know what I mean, like that couldn't walk, that got eaten by predators because they couldn't walk. So chances are no one is coming to save you. We are all being manipulated. Some of y'all believe that Jesus will come back one day, save y'all. But what you need to ask yourself is, why did he prefer that things happen the way that they happen so that he will come back and save us? It seems like he's just playing with us. Because if he can come back at any time, why not come back now? So he preferred to hide and watch the show. Watch us unaliving one another. Because we're fighting for resources. We don't know what we're supposed to be doing. Some of us are just selfish. Some of us are just operating at a low level of consciousness. It's a setup. Is there really a person who deserves to go to hell, in your opinion? Or people are just being what they were programmed to be. A lion is being what it was programmed to be. You know, it's a predator. It unalives other animals. So, who's really to blame? Us or the Creator? We're just being what, life. We're just being what life made us. So no one is coming to save you. If there was a dude named Jesus who could save us at any time, he would have saved us a long time ago. Because we're not treating one another well as people. We're not treating other animals well. And animals suffer, it seems like animals suffer worse because we suck as humans and we don't care about them. So we also contribute to their suffering. So they don't only have to deal with predators, they also have to deal with us. And you know how we are as humans. Human beings are mean as they come. Because they feel like they're superior, right? Look at an animal, you're like, I don't care. I don't care about a rat. I don't care about a snake. Yo, the way humans, unalive snakes where I live, bro. You feel sorry for these snakes. If a snake finds itself in my village, hey, the way people unalive it, bro. There's white people when they see a snake in their neighborhood, they'll call professional snake handlers at least. Will come and take that snake away. Where I live, no one gives a damn, bruh. Not just snakes, anything, bruh. If it shows up where we live, I saw a video where there was a zebra in one of the villages that I grew up in. Yo, the way they unalived it, they started with the legs. It was alive when the legs. I was like, damn, it's unbelievable. And the creator is watching all this nonsense going on, and he doesn't decide that, okay, I've seen enough now. Like I messed up. Like I maybe there's something wrong with me. Because if I created this nonsense, that's what I would be thinking. Like, no, something's wrong with me. Yeah, how the fuck do I create some shit like this? This reminds me of a scene from this other episode from South Park. I think it's called. Fuck, I forgot the name of the episode, but. No, it's called Imagination Land. Yeah, I think it's called Imagination Land. So everything that human beings have ever imagined, will be in imagination land, right? Bigfoot, Jesus. I thought that was funny actually. I thought that the fact that they had Jesus there, it was funny. So Eric Ketman, Stan, Kyle, and Kenny found themselves in imagination land, and they saw all the imaginary characters. Every character that a human is imagined was there. So the fact that Jesus was there was funny. I was like, oh, they put Jesus there for for a reason. Like they just South Park creators are funny, man. So there was these characters that were imagined by Eric Ketman. They were ruthless. So I remember someone said, "Oh, whatever kid imagined those things must be really messed up in their head because they were ruthless. Like they were ruthless. So of course we can't think a healthy mind created this. You can't think that. If it's our subconscious that's creating this nonsense, then we need to heal. Something is wrong with us. We can't be dreaming up this nonsense. This is just wrong. All of it is wrong. So how do we set ourselves free? Is there something that we can do as conscious beings? Set ourselves free. I need to go to the gym because I got flu, bro. Is there something that we can do to set ourselves free? You gotta keep your mind open. If you live in a place where you can, there's a place where they have like a sensory deprivation tank, go there. If you have access to, some things, I don't want it to seem like I'm promoting some things, right? But if there are things that people eat that make them see things that they believe these things are helping them in some way, like they are expanding their awareness. Don't be close-minded, don't be close-minded. Try to meditate, try to fast if that works. There's some people who say if when they fast maybe for 2-3 days, they start to feel like they're reaching high levels of consciousness. There's some people who are saying that when they only eat like vegetables, they start to feel a certain way. Like keep your mind open. Do whatever you can to expand your awareness. Learn as much as you can. Try to understand everything that you can understand. Don't hold back. Maybe this will end when you truly awaken. And to truly awaken, you must keep an open mind. If you're still going to continue to believe nonsense, of course, you're never truly going to wake up. It's not easy being a human, or whatever you are, stuck in a world that you do not understand, where you're not being told anything, where you are suffering. That's not easy. But you shouldn't only focus on avoiding suffering. You must also focus on waking up. And maybe sometimes you need to do things that make you suffer to wake up. Maybe you hate meditating. Like, damn, it's boring. I just can't sit in one spot and just, be bored. But if it works for some people, you can try it. You have a lot of time. If awakening is discipline, you're gonna need to be disciplined, and that causes suffering because people, just want instant gratification. Like they want to have fun, bruh. They don't want to be bored. They don't want to find themselves doing things that take time, but some things take time, some things take time. So keep an open mind and do what you feel is necessary to awaken. Don't live in fear. Do not live in fear. There's a difference between being afraid and living in fear. If you're afraid, maybe you can't control that now, but don't live in fear. Don't allow fear to control you. You're like, okay, I'm afraid, so that means I'm not going to do anything because I'm afraid. Yeah, that's allowing fear to control you. So be afraid, but still do what you think you need to do. Even if you're shaking, do it. It's fine. As long as you're doing what you feel you must be doing to awaken. As long as you are being brave. Like Nelson Mandela said, bravery is not the absence of fear. So fear must be there. I'm not a fan of Mandela, by the way. Yeah, just felt the need to mention that. But yeah, courage is not the absence of fear. So be brave, be honest. Be honest with yourself, be honest with other people. Because some of y'all have been told yourself lies so many times that you don't even, you're incapable of saying the truth because of the lies that you've told yourself. But if you are honest with yourself, you end up in a vibration of truth, bruh. You find that your mind is wired in a way that it seeks truth, like in any situation. So it's easy for you to see truth. So lying to yourself or lying to other people isn't only bad for them, it's also bad for you. Because you might end up believing your own lies. But if you are honest with yourself and honest with other people, then you'll end up seeing things as they are. Thank you all, guys.